Hello, hello, hello. It's your local alien here with another Seven Deadly Sins reaction. So today, we're going to be watching episode 9 of season 1, Dark Pulse. Last episode, we watched The Fearsome Pursuer. And in that episode, we learned a lot more about Bond and his situation, of what happened with Elaine, why they separated, why Bond still feels a lot of grief, and why King has such a grudge against Bond, and why King kind of has some guilt himself because he left Elaine for 800 years. Because, that's what brothers do. Um, then we also had Gila show up after killing herself. Um, and she's a pretty great fighter. She's given Sir Meliodas and Deanne a bit of trouble. And we also learned some of their abilities. So Sir Meliodas has full counter, I believe it's called, and Bond has snatch. We also saw Deanne's I don't remember what she called it, but it's basically like quicksand type thing. So yeah, we learned quite a bit of information about the entire cast almost, uh, with the exception of Elizabeth. She wasn't really in it much, but that's fine. She's not really a character I'm into that much anyway. She's just kind of there sometimes. So with that, let's get started on episode 9, Dark Pulse, Netflix.
Bon and King both came to the necropolis and encountered her, King's younger sister, the fairy Elaine.
Yeah, I don't think I need a recap.
In a fury.
Hello there, Bon.
Come on. Now what's the big idea, King?
Well, isn't it
Is
obvious?
this still part of the
I'm here to
recap?
save you.
Isn't that
Oh,
special?
no.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Oh, think nothing of it. Anything for the captain and Deanne.
I see. But not for me, huh?
No, not really. But my sister cares about you a lot.
I haven't mentioned this, but the art style in this show it's pretty good. I mean, it's not like
This is a tale of ancient
the
time.
best anime I've ever seen in terms of looks. Uh, but it's pretty solid. It doesn't look like it tries too hard, but it looks like it does care.
Wow.
But that's no longer the case.
Blah de blah. I'm really tired of you talking behind my back.
Literally.
An entirely predictable excuse. Shot bomb! Disaster.
Disaster.
This should make things a bit.
All right, King, go for it!
There's
You
a
know
bit
I'll
of
kick
a
your ass if you
lag.
lose.
Captain, a kiss before I slip away. As you wish. So whenever you're.
Now that's no good. Try to dodge a little.
I know you, brother, and the incredible kindness that's in your heart. When you saw the devastation
Which is why he
of our
left you
ravaged
for
homeland,
800
you
years.
blamed
So
yourself
very kind.
and cried for me and all our people. It was King, or by his true name. Harlequin, King of the Fairies.
Alright, I forgot that was his real name. Harlequin. Harlequin.
Back at you.
Damn! Full counter!
Although she is already dead.
Sir Meliodas! I don't sense Gila anymore. The force of that blast probably sent her back to the living world. You all came here as flesh and blood, but she seems to have been here in spirit only.
My ears are disappearing! Oh no, Hawk! Wait, now the same thing's happening to me! What's going on?
Tell me, is it better after I do this?
Hey! You get your hands off her! Now I've got it!
The necropolis senses that you don't belong here, so now it's beginning to push everyone out.
Should
That
it
was
take its
great.
time?
You saw who you'd hoped to.
What are the two of you doing here?
Hold it. Do you mean you were from here the whole time?
The cooking you did for us was really yummy. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Glad I got to see you, Bon.
Later, Elaine.
Here!
I say we kill her while the killing's good.
You barbarian. I'll petrify her.
Take it easy. Just let me handle it, you guys. What is that on your face? Never mind. It's not half bad, actually.
What? Here, Captain. I
It's
boiled
a
this
big
just for you.
fish.
Open up.
That's a little big.
Say ah. You don't have to.
No! Wow, you changed your clothes.
Look closer!
You know, it takes a
Changed
great
your
deal of
clothes.
mental effort to change into this form.
Whoa, his clothes changed back.
Look closer, damn it!
Where are your sacred treasures?
I lost mine.
Sold mine.
Mine got stolen.
Mine got stolen. That's fitting since he's a thief.
Hear me, men! We'll continue south, eat our fill, and crush Britannia!
Britannia. Is this Skill Thunder?
Who the hell are they?
Wait, chieftains! Those guys are holy knights! And this I swear, we, your grand masters, shall lead the holy knights to victory, and together we shall save Leonis!
Little over the top, wasn't it, Dreyfus?
Yeah.
Always so critical, Hendrickson.
Hold on just a minute. Are you saying the next holy war is gonna be waged against the 7 deadly sins?
That future remains cloudy for now. I assume you're aware of Danafall, a kingdom that rivaled Leonis itself in military power and might.
Well, wasn't it destroyed by some disaster?
It was completely erased at the hands of Meliodas, who fell victim to his own wrath.
There are reports that Hendrickson's faction has snared several apprentice holy knights and is working with them.
I see.
The new generation? What's that? Apparently, there have been a few failed apprentices who have found a way to gain the full powers of a holy knight in the space of only one day.
Am I a bad girl?
If it got misplaced, then it's not your fault. Why am I in this room?
I wonder if Hulk's mom ever just gets bored and like wants to go somewhere else. She's just always standing around or just hanging out in the dirt, hidden. What does she even eat? How much does she have to eat? And who's the father? How did she give birth to such a little pig that's pink when she's a giant green pig? And does she talk? Does she understand when other people speak?
Veronica, the second princess, is a handful.
Blood and guts! Why are you here?
Oh,
I'm under no
that girl with the white hair. She was the one who was guarding Bond. She's the one who got her clothes taken.
Was indeed.
I thought that was
I believe
Gila.
you would be Twigo and Jericho. Is that correct?
Jericho.
What the?
Hell is that?
Welcome, brave warriors who crave the power of holy knights. Here today, the two of you will be reborn. Drink it.
No.
This is the blood of a demon.
Just cover your six-pack with an apron.
That's not important now! Why do I have to stay and mind the bar?
Captain, do we have to look through all this stuff?
You're really wearing an apron. Let's go find an arms vendor. Look! It's Deanne's Gideon! It was here all
Yeah,
the
I
time.
wouldn't call that a hammer.
Alright, it's time to begin the annual Visor
I mean, I guess so. I was expecting like a King Dedede type of hammer. It's like a legit tool hammer.
winner's gonna get 100 gold coins! But that's not all! You'll also take home this giant's warhammer!
You know that my name is Taizu, right? I've been the winner of this festival for 3 years in a row.
Good for you.
Okay then. Man, my job has gotten in the way every year until now. Yeah! My dream of fighting here is coming true at last!
Yeah, that's
So,
the
let's do this, you guys.
one guy.
I've
What's
seen
his
him
name?
somewhere before.
The fighting festival!
I do not remember his name. They said it like 5 minutes ago.
That rotten little punk.
Man, I wish I'd stayed behind with Deanne.
The 7 deadly sins. I thought they'd show up. Griamore!
Right.
Now, let's get ready to take Deanne's sacred treasure back.
Is this song slightly different? Yeah, this song is different.
The blood of a demon?
Strangely, the fairy forest is where it came to light.
I don't know
When
about
by all
you,
accounts they
but
have been sealed away
I would never
forever
drink
after their
something
defeat by the goddesses
that's
and other
purple
races
and
in the Holy
boiling.
War.
I want it.
Oh, that's who that guy is.
Welcome. Now you're one of us.
Okay. So that was episode 9 of Seven Deadly Sins. So this episode was mostly just a wrap up of the last episode. We got the conclusion of the Gila fight, in which we saw some of King's abilities. He's able to control his staff. I don't quite remember what they called that, like destruction or something like that. We learned his real name, Harlequin. Um, and then we just set up the next episode with them going into town, joining the festival, um, and they're about to have a competition. And the winner gets Deanne's hammer, or allegedly Deanne's hammer. They're not sure if it's hers, which is kind of weird. How would they not know for sure if it's hers? Because they traveled with her, so surely they've seen it. So they should be able to tell if it's hers. I mean, how many giant hammers are there around? Um, we also got some stuff for the overarching plot. We learned about the new generation, how they drink boiling demon blood in order to enhance their magical abilities far more than previously possible in a very short amount of time. Um, then we also learned, I don't know if we learned Jericho's name previously or not, um, but she wants to become more powerful because she's embarrassed by, what Bond did to her, uh, easily defeating her and taking her clothes. Um, the other guy from the first episode, he was incompatible, so he just died. We also see that I don't remember his name still, but whoever was with Gil Thunder, we saw him at the end. Well, we saw him at the festival, and we also heard some other people saying, "Oh, we knew the Seven Deadly Sins were gonna show up." So we can assume that this is kind of a trap, or that Holy Knights are about to raid the place. Um, and then we also got bits of information about a faction or something. Um, so I guess within the Holy Knights, there's a bit of a coup d'etat coming up. And then there's also preparation for a holy war against the Seven Deadly Sins. So we wrapped up last episode, got some information about the overarching plot. Yeah, it's pretty much about this point in the season, especially with the last few episodes, that we're really starting to get into the meat of the season, where we're really starting to get into the overarching plot, where we're finding out more information, where we're getting more character development. So this is where the season really kicks off and gets into its groove, so to speak. Um, and we still haven't gotten a lot about Elizabeth. We didn't learn anything new about her. We got a little bit of information about her sister. Um, that's kind of it, really. Yeah. So next episode is probably just gonna be uh half the sins participating in this festival, fighting against holy knights without them knowing, and I'm guessing we'll get a bit more information about whatever Gil Thunder is up to, the preparations for the Holy War and whatnot. I don't believe that we meet another Sin for a long time. So for a while, we're stuck with the ones we have. Um, so at the very least, they can't, the Holy Knights can't do anything against all seven deadly sins, since only half of them are here right now. We have Sir Meliodas. We just got King after he was working with the Holy Knights. Bon, Diane. Yeah, I guess that's it. Just those four. So, at the very least, the Holy Knights can't really do anything against all seven of them since three of them still need to be found. And it's interesting that they said, or at least Gila said, oh, your betrayal wasn't that much of a surprise, blah, blah, blah. You would have thought that they would have, the Holy Knights would have more countermeasures in place for King's betrayal. If, you would expect them to kind of expect him to maybe turn against them. So I'm surprised they didn't have any real countermeasures in place. But whatever. Uh, we also saw that it takes a lot of energy out of King to transform. I guess that kind of goes in with his sin, sloth, because takes a lot of energy. He's kind of lazy. Elaine, his sister, she has a lot of faith in her brother. She knows that King is more powerful when he's fighting for other people than he is for himself. And I believe we saw that in this episode. We've also seen in flashbacks before that he's a very caring individual, with him giving toys to the local children and whatnot. So he does have a very caring nature. It's just, I guess, with finding out about Elaine and what he thought was Bond betraying her, that kind of darkened him a bit. But we're seeing the lighter side of him whenever he gushes over Deanne and whatnot. So yeah, this was an alright episode. It's basically just a wrap up of last episode and a setup for the next episode. So I'm guessing the next episode will be pretty action packed. We'll get to see more of the Sins' abilities. We probably will get to see more of what Holy Knights can do. And yeah, looking forward to it. Alright.